welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to show you around the job we're just starting, and I'm not going to say where it is, but the client has given me permission to film and share this across social media. So this is what I'm going to do this morning. I'm starting off upstairs and I'll explain why as I wander around. The actual property at the moment is empty. It is an old pub, I'm originally led to believe, and more recently it's been a farm. So the building dates back to the 1800s. And yeah, if you out the window here, there's the old railway line. And it's a really interesting place. And there's obviously outbuildings, farm buildings, old dairy, milking sheds, other bits and pieces. And we've got the job of decommissioning a lot of the old gear that's still actually turned on and energised, and then installing, rewiring, new submains and distribution boards. There's a lot going on in here. There's a lot of building work obviously going to be taking place as well. So I'll just spin you around and give you a little look. You can see here we've got customer stuff moved in, not too much so we can work around it. A lovely big staircase. This is where the bulk of our work is going to be taking place. So we've got the kitchen area here. Floors coming up because there's no insulation in it, and there's a new heating system going in, so they're not relying on the old ray burn to heat the place. You can see we've got a little subboard up here. So this is fed from one of the outbuildings and serves most of the house. We're going to be changing all this. So it's although it's not massively old in terms of itself, where it is isn't what the customer wants, and we want all the switchgear together anyway, part of a much bigger project. I'll take you outside now, have a little look and explain why I didn't start there. So if we go out to the main road, you can see a bit what's going on. It's like gauge the size of the property. So it's been derelict for quite a period of time, and it's inhabited by what I can only describe as an army of very angry pigeons. As you can see, you've got the old railway house and the farmhouse here, and then all of these kind of outbuildings, they run back quite a long way on the property, and Mr. Pigeon's decided that's where he's going to live. I ain't going back in there again because I just nearly got taken out by about 100 of them. It's the old cow's milking shed. You can see there's a septic tank going in, so we've got to bring cable down for that. And more of the old cow sheds. So these are all full of electricals at the minute that are in use and working. We've got to decommission and disconnect all of that just because a lot of these buildings are totally derelict. You can see up there, it's 1870, that one. It's where the cows would have been sent in. The old storage barn. You can see some ropey electrics there, some few pigeons, that's what I'm talking about. Some ropey electrics up out there, they obviously need disconnecting. They are actually still powered at the moment, so we're going to get those off as a priority. There's all the pigeons that we've just scared away. So yeah, that's our first task, to get that sorted out, and Matthew's busy in the switch room at the moment. What's going to be the switch room, it's currently an old stable. So we'll go and have a look what he's up to. So yeah, it's an interesting job, this one. The first day on site, and I'm going to get a few more videos as we progress with the install and show you what we've done. Lots of things that we can improve on, and some interesting old gear that I can show you once I'm brave enough to venture into some of those buildings. There's Matthew bodging his electrics again. So we've got the old intake up there at the moment, that's all coming out. There's a crack in the wall there that's getting repaired, so we've got to be a bit careful where we're positioning our new gear. We don't want to put it in the way of the builders, and we're going to mount it in a way that it can come off the wall if needs be. See some of the old switch gear in here. This is quite interesting. This one is actually disconnected and looks like it has been for quite a long time. So yeah, the pigeons have moved out of this one, so we're safe in here. See, Matthew's masked up and gloved up because it's not the cleanest of work environments, shall we say. He's just getting his board and trunking together. You can see here we've got the pack out gear. This is one place we can't actually make it more messy than it is to start with. So yeah, just an interesting little walk around. There is a part of this property which I'm not keen to venture into. It would be a job, definitely, for the Unilight torches if we do. I'll spin you around again. So you've got the old cellar and no electric in the cellar. Mr. Spider. Who do we know on YouTube who wouldn't like Mr. Spider? That's not the thing that bothers me, it's what might you find down there? I'll have to get some torches and have a little look at some stage. So yeah, as our install progresses, I'm going to put a few more videos up of what we've been doing and show the kind of installation practices that we work to, how we like to work safely and use the appropriate PPE, the selection and erection of our cables and containment. So in that particular switch room Matthew's working on now, it is just essentially going to be a domestic property. So there's it's going to be occupied residential premises, this particular part of the building, but in the future it could be holiday lets. And as of right now, that's just a barn / storage shed. And rather than use plastic trunking or plastic conduit, or even just cables clipped direct, we're going to put some metal trunking up in there, trunk it all out, top to bottom, so everything's contained and enclosed. Just because if stuff's getting stored in there, if anybody was to decide to chuck, I don't know, a cow or a goat in there, we're giving the cables as much protection as we can, keeping them up high as well for the time being. And as the install moves along and that room gets converted, because it is going to be converted into habitable space, we can adjust that then. And like I said, the builders have got some work to do on that wall. And so we're going to mount our distribution board away from where the crack is. But it's still in close proximity, so when they come to do that work, if we've mounted it all onto marine ply, we can take it off the wall while they safely work and do the bits they need to do, and then get it back on in a more practical, pleasant manner for the customer to enjoy, rather than looking at a bit of plywood and some metal containment stuck across what's going to be a kitchen dining room. So yeah, it's just an interesting job. It's one of the ones I wanted to show on our channel first. And yeah, these over here, I think they're going to eventually be holiday lets, or at least proper storage for the occupiers, rather than a pigeon barn. Yeah, there's some really old antiquated electrics throughout this, certainly in the milking shed. I did get to look in there when I first came round to view and price the work, because someone had been in much braver than me to start with and scared all the pigeons away. I just put my head in the door and I nearly got machine gun fired to death by a pigeon. So I ain't going back in, not a chance. I want them things gone before I'm entering that again, and some sort of clean up as well. So yeah, hope you found this semi-interesting, and as we move along with our install, I'll do a few walkthroughs alongside Matthew, bodging everything together like he usually does. And yeah, cheers for watching, thanks. Subscribe, thumbs up, check out the EGTE channel, Electricians Guide to Everything. We've got episodes going on there every day, clips from Monday Club and the main show. Also, Rick and Neil and Sam put videos up of their own, reviewing products and discussing installations in their own properties and workplaces. So there's loads of interesting stuff on there, head over and check it out. Thanks, bye.